Watching Morning Live. Now let's talk Heritage Day, which is on the 24th of September, also dubbed as National Braai Day. It's a day when everyone gathers around for a braai feast. Now, 5 ultimate Braai Master winners pulled their culinary skills to create the ultimate Braai Day menu with another favorite South African staple, Rooibos tea. Now, Stephen Mandes, who claimed the ultimate Braai Master title in 2014, has continued to wow diners at some of South Africa or Africa's top hotels and restaurants. He's actually the executive chef at the Lawns restaurant in Camps Bay and joins us to share more on this menu. Stephen, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm thinking now braai meat and rooibos.
Yeah.
That combination. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's actually a very interesting combination because I mean there's a lot of cool notes that work with rooibos. I mean we usually just we drink it as a tea, but it's such a versatile product. I mean you can make a beautiful marinade, you can make a beautiful glaze with it, and it works very well with your. I mean it can be tweaked to be used for anything really.
Talk to us about what you've been up to since winning Ultimate Braai Master in 2014.
I mean, that's been about 7 years ago. Yeah. So I've become a dad.
Yeah.
And that's been really exciting.
How's that been?
Now it's been amazing. I mean, it's awesome to have a little mini me running around.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be 5, he's going to be 6 at the end of the year. So that's cool. I mean, that's been a nice experience. And other than that, I've just been working. I've just been working and trying to start up a little business of my own. So, yeah.
Let's talk about Heritage Day or National Braai Day, as it is often dubbed, coming up. What can viewers incorporate other South African staples like rooibos tea? You've spoken about how you can make marinade with it. Talk to us about other ways to incorporate rooibos in their braai menus.
I mean, there's a good couple of ways. There's something that I also like to do is basically before you start braai, then you treat your meat or your fish in a certain way either by curing or marinating, so that before you're cooking it, there's a bit of a process that just ensures the flavor. So you can like open up a tea bag and add some sugar and salt, and then you can sprinkle that on your snoek or your yellowtail before you're going to put it on the braai, and then just cure it for like an hour or two. And then the salt and the sugar will help throw in the rooibos flavor into the fish, which is really nice. And then you rinse it off. And then also because of the sugar, there's a nice caramelization on the surface, which is really nice. And it just brings out that nice, that authentic rooibos flavor. I mean, even when you're doing some pork bellies and things like that, you can, just before it comes, so you slow roast it and start the fire. And then you can, throw your pork belly on the fire and you can make a nice... a glaze with a little bit of sugar, touch of vinegar, add some rooibos, add a couple of herbs. So it's, it's really up to your imagination and up to your palate if that's what you want. But the ways I use rooibos, I mean, that's what I would do. I'd either marinate, cure, or I would make a barbecue sauce or basting sauce that is rooibos infused or something like that. That's what I would do.
Yeah. What's your signature dish?
I mean, it's difficult to say what my signature dish is, but the thing that I really enjoy cooking is, especially on the fire, is a nice big joint of brisket, and I like to smoke it low and slow. And I mean, even that will pair very nicely. That smoky flavor with that nice subtle sweetness of the rooibos. It's quite an interesting flavor, and it's quite delicious in my opinion.
Would rooibos marinade work with something like chicken, for instance?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's always interleaving like flavors. So maybe if you're just thinking rooibos, then you might not be able to understand it. But if you think like thyme, for example, it's a common herb. So thyme and chicken works, and then rooibos and thyme works. So you can marry the two in a way, and then that you could make a marinade out of the, like say, thyme and rooibos, some garlic and. It might not sound like because it's different, but it definitely works.
Talk to us about some of your family's favorite dishes that you make, and they know, no, this is Stephen's signature dish, and they enjoy it.
One of my favorite dishes also to make is a lamb knuckle potjie.
Right.
It's very far from rooibos, but I love a lamb knuckle potjie. I love cooking. Like you see there, the slow smoked briskets. I also like doing simple things like spaghetti bolognese or macaroni and cheese. My boy loves the mac and cheese.
I think every child likes mac and cheese. Hey, I think anything that has pasta.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Yeah, and he's very picky. He's 5 years, 5.5. Going to be 6 at the end of the year.
And how?
Yeah, he's a very picky eater. And I mean, like I make scrambled eggs for him, and then he doesn't like it when I add cheese. So it's weird like that.
Mostly fussy. Talk to us about what we are looking at on screen at the moment. Take us through the process of what you went through to put that together.
Yeah, I mean, these are a couple of pictures of my Instagram. I mean, this is a tuna that's got a spice crust. Very, very simple dish that I used to do at one of the places I worked at. So it's just a spice crusted sea tuna with some crushed potatoes and some marinated fine beans and sauce romesco, which is basically roasted red pepper puree. It's basically what it is, yeah. And then, I mean, like, and that's on the pass at Mondale in the waterfront. It was a couple of grilled prawns. So we had like this dish on the menu that's just a pan of prawns.
Yeah.
So we grilled those prawns and it's served with a side salad or a lemon butter sauce or garlic butter sauce.
Is that the potjie that we spoke about?
Yes, yeah. That is actually that was one of the challenges on Braai Master, and we had a 24-hour challenge where we had to actually a 24-hour challenge where we had to cook a lamb snout to tail, and I think that was a tripe and bean potjie that we had on the go there. It was nice.
Speak to us about working at the Lawns restaurant. What has that experience been like?
I mean, the Lawns it's totally different to any other place I've ever been at because it's an outdoor restaurant. So I mean, it's very, very weather dependent. If it rains, and then there's nothing really happening there. But it's been a very interesting experience. I got a small kitchen and a large volume of things that needs to happen in that kitchen. So it's different. It's a challenge, a cool challenge to manage that. And yeah, I mean, I've done fine dining and things like that. And this is a more casual dining. So I mean, the focus is a little less on what the plate looks like, but more on what the food tastes like. And that's also been the challenge to make. It's a bit of like an adjustment to now focusing more on the flavor in terms of like, with fine dining, it's about the smaller details and all of that, which is also nice to have under your belt. But I mean, it's also nice to just be focusing on the flavor of the food, and people are enjoying it.
All right, Stephen, thank you so much for speaking to us. All the furniture that's falling there in the background, please tell them we're done with TV now. They can continue. Stephen Mandes is the ultimate Braai Master title. He won it in 2014. He's also the executive chef at Lawns Restaurant at the Roadhouse in Camps Bay, sharing different herbs and spices of what you can try out on your meat on National Braai Day, which is September 24th. I think it's this Friday. Yes, it is this Friday. So you can add a bit of Rooibos. That's the most interesting bit about adding Rooibos, using it as a marinade for your meat, just to give it a bit more spice.